guys, and welcome to today's video. Those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Maria, and today I'm going to be reviewing and trying on the new NARS Climax Eyeshadow Palette. And this is what she looks like. This was released a few months ago, and I think it was in Asia, but this is only just recently dropped in New Zealand and Australia, and I think it may have only just recently dropped in the United States as well. I had a Google to see if it was available in the States, and all I could find was that it was available from, is it Zach's Fifth Avenue? I think that's the place where they have this for sale. I've previously bought a couple of the NARS 9-pan palettes, and I really love their formula and think they look really beautiful. So I will put the links up above to both of those videos where I tried on those eyeshadows. Now this is a limited edition palette, and it was 83 New Zealand dollars. And this is a 9-pan palette, and it contains, well, it says silky mattes and metallic finishes with, they're supposed to be a multi-dimensional type of finish. So I'll open it up and take a look. This is made in Italy and has a shelf life of 12 months from date of opening. So this just landed in New Zealand yesterday. So I ordered it from the Mecca website and it arrived in the post this morning. So this is the first time that I'm taking a look at it. Here is the packaging of the product. It's completely different to the other two 9-pan palettes that I recently purchased. One had a rose gold finish and the other one just a gold type finish, I think, from memory. This is plastic and it has a ridged cover on top with the, as you can see, the NARS white logo at the front. And it just opens. You don't have to press anything, just opens up. There is a generous size mirror, and there are the shadows. It is more geared towards fall and winter, and it's winter here in New Zealand, so these shades are perfect for that. I really like these shades. They seem quite muted and earthy toned. So I'm going to swatch these on my arm so you can take a look. And also, if I have time, I will also take a photograph of these shades once I've swatched them on my arm in natural light as well. So I'll just pull up the sleeve of my top. It's quite cold here today. It's been quite foggy, so I'm looking, it's now near the end of July, one more month of winter. So I don't mind winter, but I am really now looking forward to spring. So I'm going to swatch these from left to right and top to bottom. So this shade is called Open Wide and it's described as a matte beige. This one is called Private Show and it's described as a matte mauve brown. This shade is called Passion Play and it is a shimmering champagne. This is called Envious and it's a metallic copper. This shade is called Hooked and it's described as an antique pewter. This one's called Next Level and it's described as a shimmering deep brown. This shade is Up in Smoke and it's described as a matte khaki. This one is called Public Eye. It's a matte and it's described as a rich brown. And this shade is called Night Rhythm and it's described as a shimmering slate blue. So you can see from the swatches on my arm that these are really pigmented. They felt really beautiful going on, very smooth. So let's get into the palette. I'm going to start with the lightest shade here. This is the matte. I don't know how well this will show on my eyelid, but that's okay. This will set down the primer and help with the blending of the other shades as well. And I do have, I think I forgot to mention that I do have eye primer on, but I didn't have any primer on my arm when I did those arm swatches. I'm going to take the Rephr number 14 brush and just slowly build up this colour, and I'm going to go into the next matte shade, this one here, and put that in the crease and just slightly above. I'm going to use my Rephr number 3 brush and go into that same shade I just used and put some under the lower lash line. There is a little bit of kick up with these powders, so when I get close to my lash line I do tap off my brush a bit. I don't want any or too much shadow getting into my eye. I will add a deeper colour to this, but I just initially want to put this colour down. So I think I'm going to go with the green and gold colours in here. So I'm going to go into the khaki colour here, this green. It's a matte shade, and I'm going to put this through the crease over the top of the other shadow I just put on. I'm going to use the Sonia G Builder 3 and go into this metallic shade here and put that on the outer corner of my eye. And then I want to go into this shimmering brown colour. So I'm going to take Sonia G brush. Which one is this? I should really know them off by heart now, but I still have to look at what they're called. This is the Builder Pro. Take the Rephr number 2 brush and go into this champagne colour here, and I'm just going to go over the top of that shimmering brown colour that I just put on. So these shadows are going on really, really beautifully. The mattes and the metallics both go on really well, and they also blend out really beautifully as well. So I just want to put a darker colour under my lower lash line. So again, taking the Rephr number 3 brush, I'm just going to go into this deepest colour down here, this deep brown. And I'm going to align my upper lash line with that same shade. I'm going to use the Hourglass number 10 brush to do that. I just need to grab my other mirror so I can see what I'm doing. And that dark colour of the eyeshadow was enough to line my eyes, but I recently did pick up the Chanel Long Lasting Eyeliner. I've got a few of these eyeliner pencils now. I talk about them all the time. And this one's in khaki metal, and I just think this colour will look really pretty with these eyeshadow shades. So I'm going to put some on my upper lash line and lower lash line as well. And since I'm using a NARS eyeshadow palette, I thought I would bring out the NARS Climax Extreme Mascara. I really like this mascara. It does give lots of volume, but it can transfer a bit on me during the day. Probably won't this time of the year being winter. The last time I used it, I think it was ending summer going into autumn, and I just found that it transferred a little bit. But in saying that, when I initially put it on, I love the look that it gives to my lashes. So I'm just going to curl them and then I'll pop the mascara on. I really like the packaging of this NARS mascara. It's got a real sort of industrial look and feel to it. So mascara is on and I do really like that NARS mascara. It really does add quite a bit of volume to my little lashes. And now the eye look all over I think is really, really pretty. I love those earthy colours and that khaki green. There's also that beautiful shimmer, and I'm also pleased I put on the Chanel, the khaki metal eyeliner as well. I think it just completes the eye look, and overall, just like the other 9-pan NARS palettes that I bought, just really stunning formulas. So now I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup off camera and then I'll be back. And this is the completed look. For the blush, I used the Sisley Phyto-Blush, and this is in the shade Coral. This is a stunning blush and just blends really, really beautifully. I thought the corals would go really nice with the earthy green shadow that I'm wearing. I've also put on a highlighter. It's the new Dior Luminizer, and this is in the shade 01. This is in Nude Glow. I did a video on this recently, reviewing this colour and also the colour in Rose Glow. And for my lipstick, I pulled out the Chantecaille Lip Chic, and this is in the shade Peach Blossom. I was watching a live today and I heard someone describe this lipstick as it's like a lipstick and a balm came together and had a baby, and that's what the Lip Chic lipsticks are like. And that is a great description. That is exactly what they're like. Really beautiful lipsticks, and I love the shade. I think it goes well again with the green earthy coloured eyeshadow. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think these shadows are stunning. This is the third NARS 9-pan eyeshadow palette that I've purchased, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I probably have some other eyeshadows that are fairly similar to these dark green earthy colours. One's in Chanel. It was the Le Beiges palette, and that was in the colour Intense. Chanel also have an older quad, and that's in blurry green. And I also picked up recently an eyeshadow from Lancome, and I think that palette was called Bronze Absolute, and that has very similar shades in it as well. There'll probably be slight differences to them, but I love these shades. I think they look really, really gorgeous. Really earthy and rich and just beautiful looking colours. So I'm thrilled that I bought these eyeshadows. I'm not disappointed. I think they blended beautifully and overall look really, really stunning. What I'll probably do is, and that's on Instagram, is put up some comparison swatches between this palette and the other ones that I mentioned. So if you haven't followed me already, I add some extra pictures and stories to my Instagram account, and that is in the description box below, or sometimes I put something up on the screen beside me, and if I remember to do that, I will do that now. And overall, just really happy with the look. NARS is yet to disappoint me with their eyeshadows that I've purchased. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.